I'm Tia Borden with MiningIR. Beside me is Andrew Haythorpe, CEO of ECR Minerals. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks, Tia. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, can you give us a little bit of an overview of the company?
We're a micro cap, literally sitting around 11 million pounds of company value or capitalisation. We're trading at a bit over 1 penny a share, and we've got just over 1 billion shares on issue. And our real focus is on finding gold in Victoria and Queensland.
Now, you have a couple of flagship projects on the go. Can you tell us about each of those?
We do. Currently, I'll try and do them in order. We currently are drilling a place called Blue Moon, which has some pretty exciting gold and antimony grades in the drilling that we've done previously. So we're extending that known sort of zone of mineralisation. We're also moving the rig. We expect to move the rig early next year to a place called Creswick. Recently at Creswick we did some resampling of some old sample results that we'd already collected, and the resampling was aimed to check for nuggety gold. And what we actually found was in our first sampling a year or two ago, we actually missed most of the gold. This resampling gave us some pretty sensational gold results, so we're very much looking forward to exploring and getting back into Creswick with drilling in Victoria. The third one that we've got is a place called Lulworth, which is just behind Townsville in far north Queensland. It's about 980 square kilometres of exploration, and the reason why we picked up that ground was there was unfollowed up gold anomalies from previous work in the 1980s. I was just amazed. Literally 20 or 30 occurrences of visible gold recorded in previous stream sediment sampling over a 400 kilometre square area. No one's ever followed that up. So we've followed it up literally in the last 2 months, and we've currently
got some success?
And we're very happy with what we've seen. And also the guys, while they were doing that work, they actually found what we call a gossan, or a potentially mineralised zone of hard rock. So we've got over 30 samples in the assay lab at the moment. We're again very keen to see what sort of results we get from those rock chips on that gossan, because it's nearly 200 metres long.
Wow.
And 3 metres wide. So
wow.
It could actually be the start of something, let's say, exciting. And then last but not least, we've just recently taken an option over another area in far north Queensland. Again, a very large exploration area. A little bit of a similar story to Lulworth, where again previous work had defined gold anomalies in creeks running into a river, but no one had ever followed up those gold anomalies. So a prospector did about 5 years ago, and he's found a number of breccia veins, at least half a dozen or a dozen, and he's rock chipped and mapped those, and 1 to 2 to 3 to 5 grams a tonne on the rock chips on just a series of veins. And no one's ever drilled them, no one's ever followed them up. So that's really it in a nutshell for us as to what the opportunity is.
Wow, so already success right off the bat.
Yeah.
And we're going into a new year, so what are you looking forward to most?
Okay, well, most basically pushing drill rigs into all of these and doing further sampling work, and of course getting our assay results back in the immediate term. So we should have a pretty good run of assay returns now, December and post-Christmas. So we're hoping for a very Merry Christmas with some good news to come, and then back out there collecting more information, more data, and looking for the million-ounce discovery.
And what are some of the catalysts that investors should be aware of?
Catalysts, it's just going to be a continuous news flow, hopefully more good news, and assay results, drilling commitments. Okay, we're now moving the rig on to Creswick, for example, finished at Blue Moon sometime before Christmas. And then from there, possibly the second rig turning up, and that might go to Queensland early next year. We'll just see how we go with the weather and land access and just completing all the formalities. And you know, we're really hoping to get some news out next year which has the word discovery in it.
Well, that's very exciting. A lot this past year, and I'm sure there's some exciting things coming your way for the new year in 2023. Is there anything else you'd like to leave our viewers with before we jump off?
No, I think we've covered it pretty well, but we are in an excellent position. As I said, we would have over 500 samples in the assay lab at the moment, and we're still drilling and we're collecting more samples in far north Queensland, so it's just onwards and upwards.
Andrew, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks very much, Tia.